What's up, everybody? This is a Growing Up Italian podcast, and today we have Lisa Conza here, aka the
Hi.
Butcher's daughter. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How's every day?
All right. I mean, handling it, not working this year, but we're going to come back stronger next year. So what are you going to do?
So, for those of you that don't know, Lisa is the third generation owner of Neds, home of the big one, sausage stand, and the San Gennaro feast.
That's right.
St.
Between
Gennaro
Broome
feast.
and Kenmore every year.
Where is it?
On Mulberry, between
Um,
Broome and Kenmore
yeah.
every year.
So it's the St. Gennaro is the most iconic Italian feast in the world.
Yeah, we call it the Beast of Feasts.
The beast of feast. So for everybody that didn't make it this year, like how did it go this year? Like how would you explain it? I mean, there was no feast, but there was a procession. You sent me a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
I've seen a
They
bunch of
did a
people.
really nice job. San Gennaro did a really nice job. They didn't want to let it go without, doing something to honor San Gennaro. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the feast. It's about San Gennaro. So it's never been canceled except for 3 times in history. They canceled it once for World War II. They canceled it for 9/11, which obvious. We were actually dropping the trailer the day of 9/11. So
Oh,
we had
really?
Yeah, my dad was dropping the trailer and he had to run out of there. And then
Oh, God.
it was canceled this year, which,
So those are only 3 times.
yeah. So they did a nice mass and then they had a procession. We literally went from Most Precious Blood Church and walked down Canal all the way down Mulberry, the whole festival. And they carried the saint through the streets.
How many people were there, would you say, like participating in the
Probably like 300, I would say, but
That's
everybody
good.
was masked, everybody was covered, they did it
That way
safe.
nobody could complain,
I know, that's all we had to hear, but I will say one thing. Everybody was worried that it was going to be not boycotted, but they thought there was going to be protests or whatnot, because everything that they're trying to make right now. And I haven't been to the city since it started. I was shocked when I got there. It was pretty normal. And then as we're walking down Mulberry Street, all the restaurants, the people that were there, everybody joined in the dancing to the band. I'm talking everybody, every race, every color, everybody joins in instead of making it.
Everybody wants some normalcy back too, because it's like been 6 months of.
Yeah, but what you see on TV is not like completely what's going on. Like they're making it like it's not normal. But when I went to the city, I felt so normal again, where I thought it was going to be scary.
Yeah, well, that's what sells on the media, That's
Exactly.
what it is,
But it was a really nice day. They did a great job. And then at the end of the mass, they let us know, because they get message from Naples that San Gennaro's blood liquefied this year. So that's what they wait for every year. Because if it doesn't liquefy, then it's supposed to be a bad year, which I don't know how it can get any worse.
How could they tell if it liquefies? 'Cause I love.
They have it in like a vial.
Okay.
So when they killed him, they beheaded him, and some lady grabbed his blood and put it in a vial. And so they save it at the cathedral in Naples. And then every year, on the September 19th is his feast day, they check it. And if it liquefies, then it's good luck. But if it doesn't,
it just liquefies like one day a year, or it's like
that's it.
It always goes back and forth.
Yeah, it's solid, like it's not liquid, and then yeah.
I love stories like that.
And then if it doesn't liquefy, it's supposed to be a bad year. So maybe they're talking about next year, because I don't know if this year could get any worse.
But like since we're talking about San Gennaro, it sounds like you know a lot about it. What is the whole story with San Gennaro, like the saint in Italy, like his story?
I don't know too much about the actual saint, because I mean it is.
You said they beheaded him.
They did. They beheaded him back in the day in Italy, but they celebrate the feast every year. Here they celebrate it in New York. They celebrate in Vegas. They celebrate in Italy, and they do the same procession. They carry the saint through the street in Italy every year. I don't know how it became an 11-day celebration. I don't know if that's more the festival itself that, we just continued it longer, or if it started that way in Italy. I'm not too sure. But I had read up about the blood, because when they announced it in church, I wasn't too sure myself what they meant about that.
Because I love hearing stories like that. Like I have such a passion for Saints.
Yeah, we're Sicilian, so we're more like Padre Pio, you know. So,
Well, Padre Pio was from the South, so like everybody went crazy for him. Like
yeah,
all my aunts, all my tias are obsessed with Padre
I
Pio.
have him on my neck, you know, everywhere, Padre Pio. So
Yeah, he's like the most recent one because like everybody could say like they remember when Padre Pio was alive. Like at least like my tias and my nonna, they all say,
yeah.
you know, they remember Padre Pio. Like they heard the rumors of him, what he was doing, and you know, like the miracles he was doing. So
Yeah.
he's like the most recent one. So how did your family start the sausage stand? I'm curious to know.
So it's my dad came here from Italy when he was 14 years old from Palermo. And you know, he was poor, very poor. And so he started in the streets, like they would do the ice, you know, the shaved ice, and then they pour the with the block that used to shave it, and then they pour the
Yeah.
syrup on it. He started like that, and then they did like, you know, tile business. My mom used to make the dolls, you know, like used to go to Italian parties. They used to have the dolls on the table that matched like the wedding gowns and bridesmaids gowns. So they did that. And then my dad started this. His brother had done it too. And we started in 1975. He started with one. And we have, at one point we had close to 8 of them, but now we have 5 trailers and 2 stick booths, because not stick booths, pop-ups, because the more trendy thing they want to do for certain festivals is pop-up tents, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 5 and 2 of those because my dad's 78 now.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah, but he's still working.
Did your grandfather start it or your dad?
No, my dad.
Yeah.
It's my dad, me, my brothers and sisters. There's 6 of us.
Oh, wow.
So we've worked for him, and now my brothers and sisters' kids and my kids work for him.
Oh, okay. That's where the third generation comes
Yeah.
in.
So when we're at San Gennaro, it's my dad, me or my sister, and my niece. So we're all there together.
I like your dad's style. He goes, I have all these kids. I'll give them a stand each. That way they can't fight.
Not yet. They're still his at the end of the day. But yeah, he has all of us working, you know, everybody works since they're little. There was you didn't have Memorial Day, Labor Day, no weekends. You were at work. Even when I was in college, I was studying at work in the morning or at night, you know. There was no breaks growing up.
What other feasts do you guys go to? Like,
that's the biggest one, I would say, for like, because we're more in and out one day. We do like 9th Avenue Food Festival. We do Fabulous 5th Avenue in Brooklyn.
Okay.
What else is that? We do Harlem Week. We do
the Harlem Giglio?
No, not the Giglio. It's actual Harlem Week. It's a 2-day celebration in Harlem on down Malcolm X Boulevard. It's actually really nice.
I never heard of that.
Oh yeah, every year on the Sunday of it, it's Saturday and Sunday. On the Sunday of it, they have one big celebrity performer. Last year it was Janet Jackson.
Oh
wow. Before that was Alicia Keys. It's a big deal in Harlem.
Oh nice.
Yeah, we work everywhere from the Upper East Side to Harlem, from Bushwick to, you know, everywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But so like, what separates your sausage and pepper hero from your competitions? Like, why would you say like yours is you know?
First of all, we use really, like, you can call anybody that we haven't had it this year. So people like, where's your sausage? I need your sausage. It just tastes so different. And then my father makes us make them huge, tons of peppers and onions. He don't care how many we use. You go to somebody's grill, you see a little bit on the side. We have a big mound. He says it attracts the people. And you know, also,
yeah, and it just sits there on the side, and it's like,
yeah, we keep moving it over, and the juice makes everything on the meat so much better. Plus, I think when people really care about what they're doing, it's just so different than just throwing things together. Like, it's my life. It really is my life. Like, I've done it since I'm a baby. I have pictures 5 years old collecting money. I mean, we used to do Eastern Parkway Parade, collecting money as a kid.
You gotta send me that picture. I'll use that as the
Oh yeah, I have that. It's on my Instagram too.
Yeah, send it to me.
You know, it's become something that we all really love to do. I mean, if my father's still doing it at 78 years old, you know, he says, once you stop moving your blood, that's it, you're done.
Yeah.
So
the old school's like that. Me and my dad are very similar to you and your dad. I started working by my dad really young. He used to put me on the cash register with like a milk crate.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
same.
oh, what? Everything's $1? He's like, I'll fucking smack you. Everything's $1. But
Yeah,
that's like what instilled us,
but
like,
you feel like passionate about that store, right?
yeah,
Because
I do.
it's something your father created. Like they were had, I don't know about you, but he had nothing and he
Yeah,
created
same here,
something.
same here.
So,
20, we're 26 years though. You
all
got to
right, so
speed
you
that a
go.
little bit.
It's all right. You'll get there. Everybody gets there in time.
So before when we were talking, like I asked you to be on the podcast because I really like the San Gennaro feast. I like what you're doing. I looked at your website and I saw you guys sell 5 pounds or 50 pounds of sausage. Maybe you could tell our
All
followers.
right, so that's my new trailer. So finally, after 34 years, I've been dying to do my own. So I'm creating my own trailer. It's the Butcher's Daughter Inc.
Okay.
and established by Neds Foods, obviously, because we would never leave him out. And we're gonna do it a little different. It's gonna be the same food, same style, same love, but modern. It's gonna look like an old school butcher shop.
So how you do modern sausage and peppers?
It's not, honestly, we have done a little bit. Like, we do lunch boxes. People like to eat it like that without bread. You got to
Well,
find
yeah.
ways.
I haven't been eating bread.
I
So
have really nice boxes we bought with like newspaper wrap. We've been using that in the trailer, but like everything in the trailer is going to be modern, like matte black cabinets, butcher block tops, black
nice.
and white checkerboard floors, old school looking.
I
Because
like
that's
that. That's
trendy now. So I'm also going to be doing private catering, and then we decided to do shipping. Like I said, because our sausage is so unique and everybody loves it. And
So is
every
it like
time,
US shipping?
yeah,
Or-
every time people come, they're like, "Where can I get this? Where can I get this?" I'm like, "You can't get it." It's like our recipe that a company makes for us. So I'm going to start shipping either the 5-pound boxes or the huge 50-pound boxes out once
Yeah,
it gets started. It's been a little
50 pounds would be a lot to ship though. That's the problem. But
it's a lot to ship, but if people really love it, then
they'll pay.
yeah, you pay,
I
and
always,
it'll last you for a long time.
I
You
always
get
hear
what you pay for in life.
no, absolutely. I always hear these people in Florida like getting food
Yeah.
shipped. They don't care how much. They're like, ship it, ship it.
Yeah, because most of them are from New York and they know what it's all about, and they have nothing there.
Yeah. I like your idea because, like, for me, I haven't been eating bread the last 3 weeks, and I own a sandwich shop. It's crazy. But in my shop, we offer bowls instead of sandwiches. So, like, let's say whatever would go on it, we would lay it out in a bowl. And in a feast, I've never seen anything like that. So
Yeah, I invented it
very
like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and we call it the lunch box. And it's a nice solid box that you could walk around with, and we cut it up for you instead of leaving it whole.
yeah.
Onions, peppers, and then if people choose on the side, they can add other things that we sell, like galamad, this and that, and you get like a whole little box that you could walk around with, and forks, you could pick at it. And we also do the Godfather Hero, which is a huge hit at San Gennaro.
All right, so wait, what's your Godfather Hero? I'll tell you mine.
Oh, you have
a
one
Godfather Hero too.
Okay.
So tell me
Ours
yours.
is cheesesteak, peppers and onions, mozzarella sticks, and fries on top of the hero. And the key is to wrap it up real tight, so when you cut it, like everything stays together. And then we put it in a box with forks so people could eat.
That's kind of modern, like.
Yeah, people go crazy for it at San Gennaro. I don't know, maybe the name.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, of course. Like for us, we have the Godfather. It's prosciutto, mortadella, salami, pepperoni, capicola. I'm missing one more. And prosciutto, it's 6 cold cuts, mozzarella, arugula, roasted peppers, balsamic on a hero. So it's like an Italian combo,
That sounds really good.
Yeah, but you guys don't do cold cuts, right? It's just hot food.
No, just like sausage, shish kebab, hot dogs, cheese steaks, galamad, mozzarella sticks, all that stuff.
Yeah. I like the steak with broccoli rabe and fresh mozzarella.
We do. That's the only festival we do broccoli rabe at is San Gennaro. Because besides,
I feel like you have to have it.
Yeah, we add it on top of the sandwich. Because besides that, nobody really knows what it is. But over there, we do broccoli rabe.
So people are like, "Where's the broccoli rabe? Where's the broccoli rabe?"
We actually have lunch crowd wise, because you get a different crowd in the day, different crowd at night. Nighttime's more the party crowd. but lunch is the people that work around the area, and the same people every year, the same faces I see for lunch, and they don't come once, they come all 11 days for lunch. And then after they come see us, because my dad usually sitting at the back, they got to go talk to him because they look for him every year.
I was gonna say after they go see your dad, they probably go get Zeppelis too.
We have good people across the street from us that sell Zeppelis too.
What's their name?
Gina's.
Gina's. Okay.
They're really good.
Yeah.
They're from Jersey,
Okay.
but they have really good Zeppelis.
So, is your business like officially launched yet? Because before we were talking, and I saw on your website there's a Massapequa address. Is that?
It's gonna be located on Broadway in Massapequa. I launched the website and everything like pre-COVID, so everything kind of got delayed when everything was closed down, you know, because we were constructing it. So I finally had them finished because the welding's so important. So I had them finish the welding. Bay Crane actually came to my house and did it, and yeah, so now we're just getting everything finished as soon as possible so we can get it out there. Plus, I'm remote learning my kids, so that makes
God
it
bless you.
difficult. Yeah, it makes it a little more difficult. But
No,
don't worry, as soon as summer comes, my 13-year-old's getting his butt right in the trailer.
You put him to work?
That's it. And the same way we grew up. You ate today, you had a roof over your head, you went to sleep in a bed, you got paid.
Yeah, it was funny. When I started working for my dad, I was like legit working. I was like 13, 14. And I was like the first one of my friends to have a cell phone. And he's like, you want a cell phone? You got to work. He used to pay me $10 a day.
At least you got paid.
I
My
mean,
dinner was my pay.
oh man. So we come from the same club. I guess like, you know, he felt bad for the, you know, at least I paid my bill in the beginning. And, you know, once I went to school, I didn't pay my phone bill, but
yeah,
you know,
that was my dad's rule. You go to college, you go to school, you get a car. But after that,
they try to teach us, you know, that's what it's all about. And
but
I
that's
have
what kids these days don't learn. That's the problem.
I know.
They don't learn that.
So I have twins too. They're about to be 5.
Wow.
And my son is on Amazon, like checking out. And I always tease him, like, I'm gonna start putting you to work. And he's like, no.
He should be going to work. What's wrong with it?
5 years old?
You can get him there soon.
When he's
Teach
like 10.
him.
He's like 10. When we're at home, I make sandwiches with them. I try to show them, you know, like.
I have pictures from my son at 4 years old at San Gennaro selling corn.
That's great.
So, you know, you gotta like let them learn when they're young, because I don't mind giving them what they want, because I'm not gonna lie, like my dad struggled, but I was brought up pretty spoiled.
Yeah.
But we always had to work for it. And
Yeah.
I don't care if they get what they want, but they got to work for it. They got to understand how hard it is to make that money. You know, people think it's easy. I'm up at 5 a.m. We do 20-hour days, you know, it's hard work.
Yeah, your legs are throbbing and then
Yeah,
hurting,
right.
you know?
It is at 30-something years old, throbbing. It is what it is. But when you get in there, it's like you don't feel it anymore. When you get there, you just go. I'm sure you feel the same way when you're at work.
It's like adrenaline. It's an adrenaline rush, you know?
Yeah, you know.
Especially in San Gennaro, you see all those people, like.
That's what people don't understand at San Gennaro. And I understand people are out there, they want to have a good time. But we're there from like 6, 7 in the morning. And so we deal with the lunch crowd. Then we're there for the night crowd. So we're there the whole day. So we try and smile and be friendly. But by
There's
day
no shift
8,
change?
no, straight
my
through.
God.
By day
That's what
8,
you guys-
we're exhausted, like, you know, and then you get that final push.
Day 8, day 2, day 1, I would be exhausted. Like, all right.
Day 1, you're still excited. You got the rush. Oh, it's San Gennaro, you know, this and that. But by like day 7 and 8, you're like, oh, you're like, I can't do this no more. But then somehow you just get the energy to keep doing it.
Well, it's your business. You even get more motivated.
I got to say, it's our business and we're pretty motivated, but we have a good team of kids that work with us, you know. A lot of them have been with us since they're kids, and now they're grown men and have families, and who now has a job with the MTA, who's an electrician, who's, you know, they grew up with us.
They come back for the feast.
They some of them still work with us, you know, they grew up with us. A lot of them didn't have dads or, you know, all this stuff. And my father really became their like father figure, and he taught them a lot in life.
No, that's awesome. That reminds me a lot of like my dad. And the old school Italians, you always hear stories like that, you know?
Yeah, they fight when they're working together, but they love them.
Yeah.
You know, and me and my personal boys, because I got 2 kids that work with me, the same kids all the time, Paul and Jay, they're great. And we're so close. We didn't even realize it, but we ended up, all 3 of us, having kids the same year, the same time. It was so
You
weird.
guys called each other up. Go.
Yeah, it was so weird. So
The hardest part about running a business, though, is definitely finding good help. 100%. That's the hardest part.
it is, because you can only do so much by yourself, you know, and these people, yeah, they're getting paid at the end of the day, but you got to make them care about it the same way you care about it, you know?
Or at
So
least like 50% of what you care about, you know?
honestly, we have all become like a family. So they kind of have that passion too. Like they want to do good. They want to impress my father, but we're family. Like they come to our parties, weddings. We go to their weddings, parties, you know, it just fit.
Yeah, you guys got a family. Well, I'm excited to see like what's gonna happen for you now with the
Oh, you
Butcher's
definitely
daughter.
got to come out as soon as it's ready. I'll let you
Absolutely,
know.
I'll be there. I'm gonna put your
Hopefully.
link in the descriptions for anybody who wants to check out your
Yeah.
even the offer you have about shipping the sausage.
Yeah. And we'll definitely be back in the street fairs as soon as possible. 100% next year, like as far as my father with Ned's Foods, and I might put mine in as well, depending on how it goes. You know, we're definitely going to be back. We're waiting.
Absolutely, and best of luck to you.
Thank you. Same to you and your business, your twins, everything.
You and your boys too. Good luck with homeschooling. I'm still
Yeah.
figuring it out too.
Oh, it's so stressful. It's the worst part of my day.
Yeah.
It's harder than going to work.
Yeah, it is. It is. Women don't get enough credit for that. The stay-at-home moms, you know, like.
Let me tell you, it's the hardest job I ever had. But my mom, because I won't let nobody watch my kids. When my mom comes here to watch my kids when I'm at work, that feels like a day off. Like I have such an easier time at work. I come home, she's all stressed out, pulling her hair out. I'm like, it's so hard. Nobody understands. And then you got to go from the kids to cooking to cleaning. You know, you feel like if you took a shower, you reached your goal for the day.
Yeah, it's like at least I got that. I got some me
Yeah.
time.
That makes you feel like you did something with yourself for the day.
Exactly. Listen, best of luck. We'll talk soon.
Yes, thank you so much, and good luck to you as well. Stay
Thank
safe.
you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.